Hello, TheLadyKeziah here. When you hear people say their lives should have been better than it is now, what comes to your mind? Perhaps you have even said this to yourself or in a conversation with others, that your life was supposed to have been better than it is now. What exactly did you mean? What were you measuring? Were you measuring the life you didn't live as against the life we lived? Let's have a conversation. The phrase, "I should be further along than this," is a quiet anthem for the modern soul. It is a weight that settles in during late night reflections or the sitting silence of a Sunday afternoon. However, the sting of that sentence usually comes from a lack of clarity. When we lament that our lives should have been better, we are holding our current reality up against a template. And my question is, who designed that template? Let's consider the following so you get a deeper understanding into what I mean. Number one, the metric of others or the mirage of comparison. For many people, the feeling of falling short is born from looking sideways. What is happening with her? What is happening in his life? In a world of created digital identities, we are constantly bombarded by the highlight reels of peers, influencers, and even some old-time acquaintances, childhood friends, people we grew up together with. Within the same number one that I've said, the metric of others, let's consider these two: the fallacy of the finish line and the standard timeline. We see someone's promotion, their travel photos, or their seemingly effortless lifestyle and assume they've reached a destination we missed. How did we miss? A life we never lived. It's like running into somebody you dated and thinking your life would have been better if you had married them. Because you see their spouses and you think they are living their best lives. Do you know the frustrations of these people too? Do you know what these people have had to endure because they married those people? Why are you comparing the life you are living now as against the life you never lived? Number two, the standard timeline. Society often dictates a rigid schedule. Go to school, learn a trade, get a job, get married, have children. At a certain age, you're supposed to get this, have this, become that. And when we measure by these external markers, our dissatisfaction isn't actually about the quality of our lives. It then becomes our relative standing. Should I repeat? When you measure your life based on these external markers, your dissatisfaction will then not be out of the quality of your life. Yes, when you measure your life by these external markers, your dissatisfaction won't be because of the quality of your life, but because of the relative standing. If your better life, in quotes, is defined by having what other people else have, you aren't chasing fulfillment. Yes, you are chasing a moving target. This metric is hollow because he ignores the hidden struggles, the advantages, and personal sacrifices behind the lives we envy. We all didn't start at the same footing. Many of the things you are struggling for, other people got them handed over to them by parents when they got married. Why are you measuring your life with them? The personal sacrifices people have made, you have no idea. Their hidden struggles, you only see their fulfillment. You only see the achievements. You don't see the price they paid for them to reach where they are. You might have gone to the same school, but you have no idea the value they added to their lives after completing that school. It is not just about their certificates, and you think you have the same thing with them. Your life is not better. No. Number 2, the weight of agency, the choices metric. A much sharper, more uncomfortable form of dissatisfaction. Yes, uncomfortable form of dissatisfaction arises when we look inward. This isn't about what the Joneses are doing. It's about the silent conversation between who we are and who we know we could have been. This measurement is based on patterns, decisions, and potential. Recognizing the self-sabotaging habits, procrastination, fear of failure, or seeking comfort over growth. This has repeated over the years. As long as we repeat the same patterns, definitely we'll get the same results. Decisions, reflecting on the forks in the road, where we chose safe path instead of the brave one. Potential, the haunting awareness that our current output doesn't match our internal capacity. All we have to do is to reinvent your life, not to feel that other people's lives are better than yours, and in that you get broken, frustrated. If you don't like the patterns, if you don't like the results, it means change the patterns, the way you have left. Reinvent your life. If you measure by your own choices, the better life isn't a luxury villa. It's a version of yourself that possessed more discipline, more courage, or more consistency. This form of regret is harder to shake because it carries the burden of accountability. If we're in my coaching class, I would have taken you through diagnosing the discontent. Number 3, moving beyond the should have been. The danger in saying life should have been better is that it anchors you in a fictional past. Whether you are measuring against a colleague's, a neighbor's, a classmate's success, or your own missed opportunities, the result is the same. If you are measuring by others, the remedy is radical authenticity, defining what a good life actually looks like for you. I've done a video on defining what a successful life means to you. Please find it and watch it. It will settle your soul. Your quality of your life is awesome, but because you're comparing your life with other people, you feel you haven't done much. I am not accepting mediocrity or asking you to place it small in this life. No. In case you don't know, I am sick and tired of poverty. So I'm not asking you to move around in brokenness, in poverty, and accept it as normal. No. But I'm saying the template you are using is not designed by you. When you use other people's metrics to measure your life, all you get is frustration and brokenness. Yes, I know what poverty can do to a soul that is so ambitious and visionary. So I hate poverty with a passion. I think it's poverty that is evil, not money. So I'm not asking you to settle for less in this life, but stop measuring your life with the template of other people's lives. If you are measuring your life by others, the remedy is radical authenticity, defining what a good life actually looks like for you, independent of the crowd, independent of what anybody else is saying. If you are measuring by your own choices and patterns, the remedy is forgiveness followed by friction. Yeah. You cannot change the decisions you made 10, 20, 5, 3 years ago, but you can change the patterns you are living now, today, this very moment. Ultimately, your life isn't a math problem to be solved or a competition to be won. Should I repeat? Your life is not a math problem to be solved or a competition to be won. It is a narrative, meaning you can change it, edit it anytime you want. If the current chapter feels less than, if your current chapter feels less than, the most productive question isn't why did this happen, but rather, what is the very next choice that aligns with the person I want to be? What is the next right move that aligns with the life I so desire? That is it. So instead of sitting down feeling sorry for yourself because you're comparing your life with other people, why don't you reinvent that life? In case you are not aware, life is an opportunity cost. Some people you finished school with went ahead to get higher education to the level of PhD, and because of that, their marriage is delayed. Today, your children have finished universities, they have married, and they have established their own family. These people got their PhDs, higher form of education, and because of that, their marriage is delayed. Today, their children are young, some less than even 10 years. Some other people you think are younger than you are, but living the best of their lives, had to take some hard decisions along the line that you refused to take. So you see, there's a price to always pay. When we focus on the price, we get broken. Yes. So if your life is not as you want and you think it should have been better than it is, yes, don't come from the angle of brokenness. Let that be your motivation, your inspiration to become more, do more, so you can give more. Think about these things. Much love and blessings.